Well, the thing is, I think that what is so strange is that we imagine that this is a temporary thing, that this is happening just now, and that it will, when the pandemic passes, that it's all going to go back to normal. Well, it will maybe for some people, it certainly won't for all of us in a theatre. I only ever wanted to work in the theatre and to be part of a company and to be able to go and every evening, but it's never ever the same. Never any night is the same because it's always a different set of people who come. The excitement of being in a theatre is that is unsurpassable, I think, to any other form of art. You can get very, very excited about seeing a film or seeing television or seeing wonderful paintings or things, but to actually participate in a theatre audience and to be there, it is a feeling that I was brought up with in my family, and I never imagined I would be in the theatre or be lucky to be employed in the theatre, but it is my passion, and I can't imagine Britain without its arts heritage.
And all those years, all of this heritage at real existential risk now, you think?
I do think that. I do think that, because if the theatres now close, become dark, I don't know when we're going to get them back. We do need a big injection, I'm afraid, and I hope that at some point we're going to get it. You can't run a theatre, for instance, with people sitting 6 seats apart. You can't run a theatre if it's quarter full. We have to run theatres. And of course, it doesn't just affect the public, it affects all of us, not just actors. But, the crew and the people who make wigs, the people who dress us, the stage doorman, the lighting, every single person, the people in the box office, everybody's affected by it. And none of us have any security or knowledge to know when it will come back.
Astonishingly, you made your professional theatre debut more than 60 years ago, I think I'm right in saying. So when you see it's predicted that 70% of theatres could be bankrupt by the end of the year, what does that mean to you personally?
When you suddenly hear that the place I went first all those 60 years ago was the Old Vic, when you hear that the Vic is in trouble and you hear that the Nuffield in Southampton is in trouble, and Leicester, and I think Nottingham and Southport. I mean, these are theatres that have been there for this is what we rely on. And it's a desperate feeling. And when will they ever open again? I don't know. Certainly, I'm sure not in my lifetime. I can't see how it's going to recover. And it's not as if we don't bring a great deal of money to the economy, because I think last year alone we brought in 1.3 billion, I think, to the economy. So it is a necessary. Of course, there are lots of other necessary things. I'm not saying that it should be more prioritised than anything else, but it just is going to be a very serious effect on all of us.
Just bringing you right up to date, you've been wowing people with your involvement in a much more modern medium, TikTok, and your videos with your grandson have gone completely, well, they've been a lockdown sensation, I think. How was that for you?
Well, it saved my life. I know nothing about TikTok. I mean, Sam is the person who is technically minded and who has all the ideas. So he got very strict. He made me do it. I had to rehearse. All those moves. Don't just think that comes naturally.
Well, you were very good at it.
Well, I'm delighted to hear. I'm really very pleased. I hope I'm asked to do more, but of course I can't ask for the part.
But you say it saved your life. Were you feeling lonely before?
Yes, I mean, it's just that every day is so uncharted. You wake up and you you wonder what day it is, then you wonder what date it is, and sometimes what month. And then you think, what do I do today? And if the prospect is, well, what is there to do today? You know, I plan to learn every Shakespeare sonnet. Well, I got to about 9, and there are 154, as you know. So I've got a bit of a way to go there. I've done a bit of painting, and I've talked to friends, and rehearsed my TikTok, and done it with Sam, and and watched this incredible spring now into summer. But you know, thank God for glorious weather. And I am terribly aware of people who have not got gardens and not got anywhere that they can be outside, and probably they have children and are schooling children. I mean, that is vitally important, that somehow that gets back to some kind of normality.
Dame Judi Dench, thank you so much for talking to us. Keep TikToking, won't you?
I'll try. Thanks, Kathy, very much indeed.
Well, we did ask Downing Street and the Culture Department to react to Dame Judi Dench's comments, but were told that no one was available for an interview.